Hey guys, CES is underway and the product announcements are coming thick and fast. First up, the Nikon 1 series has just been expanded and to be honest, it's just getting confusing. Okay, so 5 months after the Nikon 1 J2 came out, they've now announced the J3. So the J2 is now obsolete and replaced 5 months after some people bought it, or 5 months after it hit the market, so people have been buying it just starting, really. Now, to be honest, the J2 was a bit of a whatever update. There wasn't much changed in it, and they've actually replaced it in a way with two different cameras. There's the J3, and they're introducing a new third line in the 1 series, which is the S1. So now we've got the V, J, and the S. Try and work out an acronym from that. Okay, so the J3 essentially has the same hardware and processor and sensor capabilities and that kind of thing as the V2, which is the premium one, but in the body of the J series lineup. So it's got the higher resolution, the higher frames per second, and it is also using the latest 3A X-Speed image processor. But so too is the S1, which in my mind is pretty much a J2 put into an even more entry-level body. So S level is now the cheapest in the market, then it goes up to J, then it goes up to V. The S does away with the modal altogether and instead has a graphic user interface, but it does still have the internals. It's not exactly the same, but it seems to be based around the same sensor as the J2, the 10 megapixel sensor. And it also has the 3A processor, and they all share the same autofocus module. And as I've said, people wrote off the 1 series and continue to without ever having tested them because they said the sensor size is too small. Same thing people said about Micro Four Thirds, but now they're seeing how good the results are coming off those. But because CX is smaller than 4/3, so many people just say it's a total fail and haven't even considered it. The image quality of the 1 series that I've tested is great and the autofocus is astounding. Other than the Olympus OMD, which in my mind is the top mirrorless camera at the moment, there's nothing else in the mirrorless market that can compete in terms of the accuracy and speed of the autofocus of the 1 series. And all of these new ones have it, so that's a great thing. They all also have full HD video shooting options and incredibly fast burst mode options. And surprisingly, all of these ones now, the J3, S1, V2, is really confusing, but they all share the same rear screen as well. So it's not like they've cheaped out and gone for a 1.2 million pixel on the high end and then a 400K on the low end. They're all 921K, which for this day and age is about middle of the range, but at least you're not skimping too much on getting the S series. The J3 now offers more metal in the construction, so really what differentiates it, well, the V2 got much chunkier, bigger hand grip and more robust body than the V1 was, so that has put it up a notch. The J series is kind of staying where it is, but it's got a steel front now, which is, you know, a nice thing. More steel is good if it's not adding too much weight and cost. And then you've got the S series coming in, being positioned as a even lighter, even lower build quality, but entry level, but still offering the same basic image quality and all of the, you know, video and focusing capabilities of the other ones. So incredibly confusing, but they're your three options now: V2, J3, S1. Yeah, and if you want a viewfinder, an electronic viewfinder, the V series is the only one that has that. To add to that, they've also announced a couple of new lenses for the 1 series, the CX format. We've now got a 6.7 to 13mm, 3.5 to 5.6 variable aperture, so that's quite wide even once you throw in the big multiplication ratio for the small sensor. And then a 10 to 100mm, 4 to 5.6, so that works out to be, what, a 27 to 270. Really long zoom, great that it isn't too big of a jump, but still starting at 4 to 5.6, you're losing a stop there and it's not incredibly fast. But considering the sensor size, these guys do perform well in low light, even in the current range of mirrorless from what I've seen. And of course, now with all of these new ones, there's ever more colors coming out on the market, so whatever outfit you're trying to match, you're going to be able to find something. There's going to be a lot of these videos coming up, guys. They're all going to be here on Photo News and Reviews rather than that Nikon Guy, which is focused on teaching and how to use your gear. This is about announcements. For people watching this video in 6 months, a year or 5 years time who get cranky that I'm doing an overview without having the camera in my hand, Please understand these kind of videos are made when the product has been announced. I always try and make it really clear. If it says preview or overview in the title, that means I'm just talking about it, running through specs, talking about who it might suit. Hands-on review or review tell you that I actually have it, I've been testing it out myself, and I have findings for you. So that's the two different ones. There's going to be a lot of these overview, preview videos coming in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. CP Plus is at the end of the month in Tokyo as well, Yokohama actually. So stay tuned. I know Canon has also just announced some things, so I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Leave any questions or comments. If you're using the 1 series, if you're a little bit frustrated that your J2 has now become obsolete, hit me up, let me know. See you soon.